What's up, guys? I'm Steph, and I stumbled across this video on Instagram. Basically, this girl says, oh, can you be best friends with someone you don't trust? So what happened was she broke up with her best friend because she found out she cheated on her fiance. So let's just watch this video because it sounds really interesting, and then I'll give my opinion on it,
Broke up with my best friend because she cheated on her fiance. Yeah. Let's call my best friend Bree. We've been best friends since we were in high school. Bree had been dating her fiance for about a year before he proposed. Let's call him Eli. Eli treated Bree like gold. Basically, treated her as if she was his wife from day one.
Dito. It's always the good guys, man. Such a shame.
As he should. So Bree really never lifted a finger, never really did much of anything. She didn't even work. So when they got engaged, that's all she wanted was to get engaged. When they got engaged, all she cared about was wedding, and being in tip-top shape. Like, she immediately went out and hired a personal trainer. Let's call him Michael. Now, Bree spent...
One thing I want to say is why is it that the girls who are so obsessed with getting engaged and get married be the same ones who don't even respect their own relationship? Like, what's really going on here? Because why are you in such a rush to get engaged? Are you doing it for the antics, for everybody around you to be like, ooh, wow? Like, who are you really doing it for? To me, that's a little odd behavior. Like, off rip, that would have been weird behavior to me. Like, why is she in such a rush? But then again, that's her best friend, so it's just like, oh, I guess the only thing you can do is support as a best friend, you know what I mean? You can't be hating on her for real. If you're a real friend, you can't be hating on her and not supporting her. I don't know much of the context, so let me just continue watching.
A ton of time at that gym, okay? She was always at the gym, and she was always hanging out with a bunch of guys from the gym. Only guys from the gym, actually. And it's not that I don't think that men and women can be platonic, but... let's just say...
I don't know about that one. I do not know about that one. What do you guys think? Do you think men and women can be like actual friends, like platonic? But for me, it's not that I don't think men and women can be friends. It's not that I don't think that. But to be best friends or to be hanging out one-on-one so frequently is odd to me. What do you need to be doing all that for? Why are you meeting up with this guy all the time? Like... it's one thing being platonic friends, like on a low-key level, but like being best friends or seeing that person every day, hun, no. You should be seeing your husband every day, not to get your guy best friend, like not to get your guy friends. To me, that's weird. It's also kind of weird that all her friends are men. Like, all of her friends are men who go to the gym. Like, I don't know, to me that sounds a little bit odd, because if me being in a relationship, I'm not going to be doing all that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be having all these guy friends. To me, that looks odd. And I wouldn't want my partner to be having all these like friends that are girls either. You can have, platonic friendships with girls, but to be hanging out one-on-one so much, to me, especially the one-on-one part, that's very weird and very odd. And I do not like that.
It was odd. She constantly talked about Michael. Like, it went from wedding talk to her and Michael talk, and how her and Michael were doing this, and her and Michael would go get coffee, but it was no big deal because they went and got it with the other guys, right? And, Michael brought her lunch. Michael was taking her out to lunch. Mind you, her fiance is like slaving away out.
Oh my God. I thought Michael was the husband or fiance, whatever. That's her guy best friend. Deacon buying lunch for her and all this, doing all this extra stuff. No, that's very weird and very suspicious. Like, what is going on? At that, her man is over here working hard to be able to buy that wedding, because they said she don't work. I feel bad for that guy though, because he over here working hard for his wedding, doing the most, making sure bills are paid, and she don't have a job. That's what they were saying. She don't have a job, so what is she doing? Nothing but hanging out with Michael. What? Crazy.
Work to pay for this wedding that's coming up, okay? He's so in love with her that he doesn't even see any of this happening, okay? And as her best friend, I'm like, this is pretty odd. I go to the gym with her a few times, and I remember a lot of things, right? I remember small details, okay? I remember Michael telling me that he wasn't from the town we lived in. He was from a town about 30 minutes out. Let's just call it Whitville. He's from Whitville. And it's relevant. So, they're hanging out all the time. And they're extra flirty when I'm there. Like, extra flirty, touchy, flirty. Like, she's touching him in ways I wouldn't want someone touching up on my man, and vice versa. Like, if my man was acting like that, he wouldn't be acting like my man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of scratching my head, but I don't really say too much, okay? I don't say too much because it's not my...
That's such an odd position to be put in. Being a friend and watching your best friend flirt with a guy even though you know she's engaged. Like, what can you do in that situation? Like, being a good friend is not saying anything, but being like a good person is like, hun, you either gotta admit this to your man or we can't be friends, because I don't know, that's very weird. I don't even know what I would do in that situation, but I can't be there while you flirting with somebody else and thinking that's okay. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's not the worst thing, but then again, there are people out there who are like a natural flirt and their partner has no problem with it. So I don't know. That's why it's hard to say anything as a friend, because you don't know like what their relationship is and what they got going on. So it's like, how can you say anything? You don't know if they don't see flirting as cheating or not. So
life. And like, not my relationship, right? Like, your relationship, your roles. Now, one night I was up pretty late with my husband, okay? We had popped a couple spicy cubes, tussled for a few hours, and, you know, afterwards I go to text my best friend, telling her, like, she's got to try this, basically. And you know how when you go to text someone, it says their location at the top. And what do you know? It said that she was in Whitville. It's 2 a.m. and you're in Whitville, okay? And I go to text her, and she doesn't respond. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, this is weird. Like, why would she be there? And it clicked.
She definitely up to no good in that town at ungodly hours. Like, you know what type of time she was on. First of all, her man should have her location. Like, that's what I believe, yeah. If we have phones, yeah, we're going to have each other's locations. No ifs, ands, or buts. Because, like, if you have a problem with that, why? Why do you have a problem with that? To me, that's a problem that you got a problem. To me, that's like a bare minimum. Yeah, of course I'm gonna have your location. What if something happens to you? So I hope she's sharing her location with her man, because it's like, how are you sharing it with your best friend and not your man? That's very odd.
You know, Michael lives there. So I'm like, this is odd, okay? The next morning, I get up and I wake up to a missed call from none other than Eli. And I have a text from him that says to have Bree call him. I'm thinking this is weird because what? So I call Bree and I'm like, hey, Eli's texting me telling me to have you call him. She's like, oh, yeah, I ran out. I'm surprising him. I stayed out with like one of my college roommates last night out in the city. And like, I had to
really. That's the end of the video. But I don't blame her for breaking up with her best friend for that kind of stuff. Because it's like, now your man is calling me. You guys are involving me in y'all problems. And I'm supposed to sit up there and lie for you? Like, no, I don't think I can do that. If I was in her position, I would probably do the same exact thing. Like, nah, I'm not about to be involved in you guys' stuff. Nope, too much drama for me. So I don't blame her at all for cutting off the relationship, because it's like, no. And it's not even just that. It's the whole moral of it all. It's like, you have no morals. You out here cheating on your man. You're not even telling me, but it's kind of obvious. You about to get engaged to this guy and you still don't care. You still out here cheating. Like, that's grimy work. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. That is grimy work. If I was her, I would have done the same thing. I'm not about to be up here lying for you. Nope. That to me is not a good friendship, and that's not a good relationship where I gotta lie for you. Like, no. What I gotta do that for? We could be best friends, but don't expect me to do that, because that's not in my character. I'm not going to be doing that for you. Nope. Because the thing that makes it even worse is that they're about to get married. Like, you're about to marry this person and you're cheating on him. Why are you getting married in the first place? Like, that's what I don't get. You want to act single? Be single. And the thing was, like, she was also rushing her engagement, like waiting and wanting to get engaged like so quickly. Like, that's crazy to me. You over here want to get engaged so quickly and you're cheating on your man. What? Are you crazy? But I don't know. That's my opinion on that. What do you guys think? Like, would you do the same thing? Is it worth cutting a relationship off for? Because to me, it's like, if you're going behind your man doing all this grimy stuff and you expect me to lie for you, then how can I even trust you? That's true. How can I trust you? Like, you're lying to your man about something crazy, like something big. How can I trust you when we having a conversation and stuff? Like, how can I trust you that you're being like honest with me and that this relationship is real, like this friendship is real? To me, I would start questioning, like, damn, if she moves like that, imagine how she moves with me. Like, what? You gotta question that. Yep. When people show you who they are, you gotta believe them for real. Like, that's the best thing I could tell you. They show their true colors, believe them. Because it'll always end up being exactly what it was. I don't know if that made sense, but yeah. Leave your opinions and comments in the section below, in the comment section below. And yeah, if you like this video, give it a like. And let me know whether or not you would cut off a friend or still be friends with them if they were cheating on their fiance. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.